Good morning class. Today we are going to study about a new topic, of class 8th of chapter cell. Before going to next topic, let's recall what we have studied in previous class. And in previous class we have studied about nucleus. In that nucleus also we have taken the comparison of the nucleus, and we have differentiated between that well defined and not well defined nucleus. From that we got to know that there are two types of cells, that are eukaryotic cells, which are modern type, and there is prokaryotic type cells, which is prokaryotic cells. And from this the organisms are eukaryotic organisms and prokaryotic organisms. Students, till now we were till here. Now we will be going to study a new topic. Okay, everyone should be excited and energetic with it. Now let's see, there is a simulation again with the same app. You have to go over there, the link is in the description, and you have to see. You have to explore this thing. Then after this you can see this is plant cell and this is animal cell. In this you can see this large white color. Are you able to see? This is more than 50% of the cell. 50 to 70% of the plant cell. And in this you can see small white vacuoles. This is known as vacuoles. This is large sac was seen in the plant cell, whereas in animal cell these sacs were very small and greater in number. There are so many number. And these both things are known as vacuoles. These are present in the plant as well as animal, and in the plant it is very large, and in the animal it is very small but large in number. Students, everyone is clear till now? Then now let's study about what is vacuole. A vacuole is a membrane bound sac that plays role in intracellular digestion and the release of cellular waste products. In animal cells vacuoles are generally small. Now vacuole tends to be large in plant cells and plays several roles, like storing nutrients and waste products and helping increasing cell size during growth. The plant cell vacuole also regulates turgor pressure in the cell. Water collects in the cell vacuole, producing rigidity in the plant. See, we will be knowing about turgor pressure. What is turgor pressure in the further classes? Now, till now, just know that it regulates turgor pressure, and without sufficient water, turgor pressure drops and the plant wilts. If there is no turgor pressure, the plant will become like this. If the water is filled in vacuole, it will be straight in the shape how the plant is. See, this pressure created by this vacuole, inside this, it is making turgor pressure on different organelles and the cell wall also, so it is making it still and giving it shape also. Now let's see, why are the vacuoles large in plant? This is the question. You have to think about this and answer in the comment section. Till now let me tell you the answer of this question. So in plant cell, the main purpose of this vacuole is of turgor pressure. So the plant cell vacuole also regulates turgor pressure in the cell. So water is collected in this large vacuole, producing the rigidity. It provides rigidity to the plant, and without this sufficient water, it will be not maintaining the shape of this plant. So the two main things to maintaining the shape and the structure of the plants are this cell wall and this large vacuole in plant. Now there is a question for you all. The empty blank looking structure in the cytoplasm is vacuole, plastids, plasma membrane, nucleus. So this empty looking structure is always in the cytoplasm is called as vacuoles. It is colorless. Okay. Now let's see a beautiful photo. Okay, let's check it out. Before that, tell me which components help in the facilitating of photosynthesis process in the plant. Okay, that you know that what is that. So you all will tell me that it is chlorophyll, but it is not chlorophyll because this chlorophyll helps in photosynthesis. Okay, students, but let's first go line by line. So this you are able to see this picture. Yes, so by this picture this photosynthesis is occurring, and photosynthesis done by chlorophyll. Okay, and chlorophyll is a component of, I will tell you the main thing, main point. Okay, before that let's go for simulation. So see this, are you able to see? So see, this is different thing over here. This is thylakoid. Okay, this overall is known as chlorophyll, and this is green in color, that's why it is known as chlorophyll. But if it was not green in color, then we can call it as plastids. Okay, plastids. Okay, so today we will be studying about plastids. So what is plastid? So several small colored bodies are present in the cytoplasm of the cell of the leaf. Okay, they are scattered in the cytoplasm of the leaf cells. These are called as plastids. Now, chloroplast. Okay, what is chloroplast? Some plastids contain green pigment called chlorophyll. Green colored plastids are called chloroplast. They provide green color to the leaves. Chlorophyll in the chloroplast of leaf is essential for photosynthesis. So everyone is clear till now? We will be moving further. So why are some of the leaves of other color if the chloroplast given green color to the leaf? So tell us, why are the leaves of different plants, okay, in different color? Okay, if the chloroplast give green color. Okay, let's check it out. If you know the answer, please go to the comment section and give your answer over there. I will be checking after this class. So till then let me give the answer. See, what is chloroplast? If that plastid is containing that chlorophyll, okay, green pigment, then it will be known as chloroplast. But if it is containing different pigment, then it will give different color. Okay, it will be known as leucoplast and different chloroplast. Okay, like that, aminoplast. Okay, this is the reason why it is done. Okay, then now which of the following is called the kitchen of the cell? Okay, now see, kitchen of the cell, this is known as plastid because plastids, one type of plastid is chlorophyll. Okay, and chlorophyll, what does it do? It makes food, and where the food is made? The food is made in the kitchen. That's why it is known as kitchen of the cell. Okay students, till now everyone is clear? Now a very interesting things are going to be shown. See, these are two different types of cells. Yes, now let's see that cell organelles we have learned about are present in which cell. Okay, the cell organelles like vacuoles are present in both animals and plant cells but are different in size. Okay, the plastids are present in plant cell only. Okay, we can see this plastids which are known as chloroplast, which is doing photosynthesis. Okay students, now see, do this in your copy, write down all the names of both. Okay, both cells, that write all the components we learned till now to classify them into one. Okay, like we have to differentiate between these two now. Okay, we have to do comparison of plant and animal cell. Now let's do the comparison of plant and animal cell. Okay students, now we will be doing seeing the simulation. We will write the unique, see we will write the unique organelles over here of animal cell, the similar between plant and animal cell over here, and the unique of plant cell over here. Okay, now see, parts are this: cell membrane, cell wall, nucleus, nuclear membrane, cytoplasm, plastid and vacuole. So plant cell is having cell membrane, yes. Animal cell is having, yes. Cell wall in plant cell, yes. Animal cell, no. Nucleus is in both. Okay, nuclear membrane is in both. Okay, cytoplasm is in both. Plastids is in only plant cell. Vacuole is in both but different in size. Okay students, everyone is with me now? Now let's go further. See, till now this was the main thing, and there are many more differences between plant and animal cell, but this will be told you in the higher classes. Okay, for now this is till too much for you. Now you can, if there is any doubt, you can ask me after this class. I will be free for you. Now let's recap what we have learned till now. So we have learned till now about, we started with the component of cell called vacuole. Okay, in that we saw that vacuole in the plant cell, it was very large, it was more than 50% of the cell, plant cell. Okay, and in the animal cell we saw there was small vacuoles, but it was in large quantity. Then we studied about plastid, which was present in the plant cell, and in the plant cell also these plastids have different types of color, and one type of color it is having green, which is known as chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll do what? Photosynthesis. Okay, after that we did the comparison between plant and animal cell, and we saw that different things are present in plants and different things are present in animal cell, but there are similar terms also, similar organs also, which were present in both. Okay students, till now we have studied about this. Now I am going to give you some homework. You have to make sketches of this animal and plant cell at your home. Okay, and you have to well label diagram, you have to well label diagram. Now there is an crossword puzzle for you. Okay, you have to complete this crossword within the help of this clues, and clues are given for across and down part of this crossword puzzle. The first one is, this is necessary for photosynthesis. The third one is term for component present in the cytoplasm. Sixth is the living substance in the cell. Eighth one is unit of inheritance present on the chromosomes. First one is green plastid, second one is formed by collection of tissues, fourth one is it separates the content of the cell from the surrounding medium, fifth one is empty structure in the cytoplasm, seventh one is a group of cell. So you have to complete this crossword puzzle by taking these hints. Now there is a very interesting activity for you all. You have to visit an agriculture extension center, okay, in your area, and you have to find out genetically modified crops, means GM crops. Okay, these are not organic, these are modified, which is very beneficial for us also, because these are hybrid types of crops. And write your observation in a report. Okay, you can take the help of the internet also, and that agriculture experts also in nearby your areas. Okay, so thank you students, do this activity very cheerfully. We will be meeting in the next class with a very new and interesting topic, and thank you for today. Thank you students.